He usually doesn't start great, but he's able to keep up his opponents, and especially when the opponents turn up the heat, and then he turns things around. Hello, HTV boxing fans. It is fight week. Mexican and WBO World Super Featherweight Champion Emanuel Navarrete defends his WBO title against former WBC Super Featherweight Champion Oscar Valdez this Saturday at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Main event will begin at approximately 11 p.m. Eastern and 3 a.m. GMT on ESPN+. Event is promoted by Top Rank. In this video, like I always do, I will discuss the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters, my thoughts on this fight, the strategies I expect they both should be going with, and of course, my prediction. This is Talking Boxing. Before I go on, please don't forget to leave your prediction below in the comment section. Like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and if you know any boxing fans, please share with them. And also follow if you are watching from Facebook, and subscribe if this is your first time visiting us on YouTube. Let's talk briefly about Emanuel Navarrete. Navarrete is coming in as the current WBO World Super Featherweight champion with a record of 37 and 1 defeat, with 31 wins coming by way of knockouts. That's impressive. He last fought in February of this year, and where he rose from a 4th round knockdown to secure a 9th round TKO of Liam Wilson. What are his strengths coming in? Navarrete has a lot of power, and when his shots connects, he causes a lot of damage. He has a pretty good combination also and punching ability, and has shown his endurance and durability throughout most of his fight. In fact, Navarrete gets sharper and sharper and more aggressive as the fight proceeds. Finally, he's got the height and reach advantage in this particular fight. What are his weaknesses? Defense is not his strongest suit. He keeps his hands down and gets caught with shots he could very much avoid. Against an equally powerful opponent like Valdez, Navarrete could be in big trouble if he keeps doing that. Let's talk briefly about Oscar Rafael Valdez Fierro. Valdez is coming in as a former WBO featherweight and WBC super featherweight champion, having held the title from 2016 to 2019 and 2021 to 2022 respectively. He is coming in with a record of 31 wins, 1 loss, 23 knockouts to his belt. He last fought May of this year, where he defeated Adam Lopez by a 10-round unanimous decision. What are his strengths? Valdez has the power and the skills to defeat and deliver some crazy shots and damaging shots to his opponent. He has good timing and consistent output, and when he throws those hands or he lets them go, he makes sure they connect. He also has some good counter-punching ability, good movement, and some good combinations as well. What are his weaknesses? Valdez has been hurt and knocked down in some fights. So the question of if his chin can hold up against Navarrete begged to be answered. Now, my thoughts on this fight. This is going to be a very intense and interesting fight with a lot of back and forth action. I expect nothing less of explosiveness from these two fighters. Going into the fight, I am not expecting anything new from Navarrete, but what he does best. I would expect Navarrete to come as sloppy as normally he begins, and then picks up the fight as it goes. And then he usually doesn't start great, but he's able to keep up his opponents, and especially when the opponents turn up the heat, and then he turns things around. On the other side of the ring, I expect Valdez to take advantage of his footwork to close and open the distance to land his shots, and also avoid taking so much punishment. Valdez is at a disadvantage here in terms of reach and height. He's never had problems though with bigger opponents. Now to my prediction. This is going to be a tough fight for both fighters, and it's even tougher for me to predict. I think Navarrete though is in a very good place in his career and journey, and he's not going to blow this up. He's kept a clean sheet since his defeat in 2012, securing a 32-win streak. So I do not think, again, he's going to blow this up. The only way I see Valdez winning is if he is able to get the knockout in the early rounds. And I don't think that is going to happen, especially with Navarrete. So I predict a win for Navarrete going with his knockout rate. I wouldn't be surprised to see a late round knockout, if not early, for Emanuel Navarrete. That's my prediction. I'm the Boxing Doc, and this is Talking Boxing.